particular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, it's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
Welcome back. We are playing Portal 2 today. As you can see, last time things got rather intense. We got literally punched into the bottom of Earth, to whatever underground wasteland is in here. So now we are going to do some stuff, I guess. We're gonna look around because we need to know where did we land. This is arguably my favorite act in the entire game because I managed to tell like decades and decades worth of story. So we learn about both Aperture Science and Black Mesa if you are a big Half-Life fan. So yeah, let's see. There really isn't much need for me to tell you about common sense this time because you know, this is literally us. The first time we played, we don't know where we are. We don't know if there's an exit, but we do know that any white surface can wield a portal. Also notice how the music is slowly escalating. Also rather interesting that we are seeing pieces of turrets from the main Aperture labs. Gotta wonder how far did they have to fall. Interesting. And so we make our way to what seems to be another part of the facility. I'm gonna shut up for a minute because I want you to listen to the music. Yeah, first time I was stuck here for like 10 minutes because I didn't think of looking up here, you know. But then again, when you use common sense, you look everywhere and you look up for a white surface to make a portal on. Either way, let's make our way all the way down. One has to wonder what happened here to condemn the testing area. And more importantly, in which time period are we? How ancient this facility is. If you remember, if that was a nice subtle foreshadowing, we saw... Oh. Hold on a second. Let me get through here first. As I was saying, if you listen to Whitley's bantering during the entire maniac, you know, running away from GLaDOS, when we are riding, the testing tube where the cubes go in and out, he said that maybe this facility is as deep as kilometers. Well, looks like he was right. So let's see what we got here. We got a room with a 00. And this says hatch reclusion override. We go to the same room, a similar looking room, and we see the same. What does this mean is that if I press this, it means I gotta press this too. Bingo. Isn't common sense amazing even when you are thousands of miles underground, opening a hatch of whatever knows it's in here? I certainly think so. And by the looks of things, apparently someone was supposed to sit in here while locked away. Can you imagine the paranoia of being trapped here forever? Yep, not a pretty sight. So yeah, I hope we are having fun so far. Like I said, I like this part. This is one of my favorite acts in the game because at first we get absolutely no instructions. We have no idea of where we are and we got no one to talk to us. During the first act, we do get someone to talk to us. We get Whitley right away, and we get the voice from the testing record, or the testing tracking, my bad. So yeah, this time we're on our own, at least until we made it who knows where. I mean, I do know where I was supposed to go, but oh well, you get my point. Let's do this. Sorry. Caution, do not lean on railing. Look at me, look at me. I'm breaking the rules. What you gonna do now, huh? Danger, acid, yep. Even in the older aperture, there is acid. Sorry about that. This place is a mess, but take a look at this. There's an elevator all the way up. Maybe we should try to ride it, but how do we get here? I wonder. Oh look, this is open. Yep, it is open and we can go in. Thank goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness, what's up with my throat today? Sorry about that. Oh well, let's enjoy what seems to be the old aperture.
Welcome to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who's ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
Interesting. Apparently this is Aperture's very beginnings. So, where do we need to go? Well, that little isotope falling down gave us an idea of where to go. We obviously cannot make our way over there. I could waste an entire 20, 30, 40 minutes doing that, and yeah, that will be no good. Instead, let's use common sense, shall we? We got conveniently placed surfaces, and by conveniently placed I mean they are put in an angle. we got this nice board conveniently marking where we should fall down and a conveniently placed white surface. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna use momentum. Ow. Isn't it awesome? Alright, let's
There's
do
1,000
this.
tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
How lovely that even in, what, 1943, maybe a little further, we see, let's see, look at the news results. Man, let's see at the date. Where's the date? We don't have the date, but we do know that this is how Aperture Science started. From Idaho in 1947. Even in 1947 and without GLaDOS, Aperture Science was a messed up place by making people fight, praying mantis people. 1949, 1943. Anyway, I think we have witnessed enough. It is interesting that we get to look at the boys of the guy, or the boys of the man. Either way, looks like we made it. So now, whoops, there could have been no end here. So now I guess we're gonna ride the elevator up. I keep pressing the F button without realizing that, this isn't Half-Life. I don't have an automatic flashlight. Please wait for the attendant to begin left. Okay. I'm the only guy around. I like that even with this Cave Johnson guy speaking on the speakers, we don't have a clear idea of what we have to do. This is one thing I like about this kind of games. You don't need an exact objective marker, but you can get something either nice by letting you figure it out for yourself. Either way, I think it's time we treat ourselves to some Easter eggs.
If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
Yeah, you can guess what happened to the people who try that. What happened in this one?
If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know, because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be coal. Only temporary, so do not worry. If it persists for a week, though, start worrying and come see us, because that's not supposed to happen.
That's not nice.
Just a heads up, we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, you might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
Radiation. Trying to do the Spider-Man thing or the Superman or whatever the hell experiment from the early decades where oh my god, I get superpowers out of that. Yeah, you get it. So for some reason we get another conveniently placed surface in an angle, so I can only guess that this is our destination. So why don't we do it? Common sense tells me that if I need momentum, I need to drop down here. So let's jump. I love momentum. Don't you? Alright, we made it to the pump station. And it's locked up on us, so there's no turning back. We're gonna get up. Know your allergens. Bowling, animal tender? What is that? I don't know. Plastics and antimatter. How lovely. Aperture science. Pump station. Hazardous materials. Chemical hazards. What does it say here? Do not inhale fumes no matter how good it is. Lovely. Don't touch anything unfamiliar. This looks unfamiliar. But I wonder why did I activate. Interesting that a lot of the door shaped, things might be kind of a door. Or utterly, locked down. You get the idea, don't you? I'm sorry I don't speak a little too much this time. I'm just immersed. I'm really enjoying this. I seriously do. This is one of the reasons I enjoy single players the most, because I can have my fun and I can, do things. Enjoy the storyline, be part of the environment. And not amount
They
of
say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
Interesting. So we get our elevators, and the Emancipation Grill was already active back in the 40s. Holy crap. Anyway, looks like we're making our good progress. Unfortunately, I think I will start calling it a day for now because, obvious reasons. Because, the storyline, the cutscenes, they took a bit of the time into this entire thing. But don't worry, I will continue. In the next one, I'm going to go a little further because there's nothing but testing tracks moving on. So, with the lights turning on, I'm going to call it a day.
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told.
Now that we know what we are going to be doing in this test chamber, I'm going to stop this part for now. Thank you for watching, and, well, I'll be seeing you all in the next one.